Hi everyone, it's Wendy. I'm back today with a collaboration with Terry from Sweet Pea Crafts, and there's a lot of collaborators with this one, 40 plus, and there will be 55 plus YouTube videos. Terry is also giving prizes away, and she has 3 groups on Facebook, and there's also weekly freebies. But I will put this link below. This is Terry's link tree, and there is all the information on there, all the links to Terry's sites and the giveaways and the collaborators. So that is all the information on there. Then we've got she's got giveaways. Now she's got 3 groups on Facebook: Sweet Pea Papers Junk Journals Facebook group, Junk Journal Tutorials and More, and Junk Journal Tutorial and Paper Crafts. And again, all the links are on the link tree, and there's prizes, 20 plus prizes. So again, there's lots to take note of. So I have chosen a lovely kit from Michelle Reese, and all the links again will be in that link tree, and that's the one I'll be using. Up to now I have just made a little journal with it, or a journal with it, so this will give you some idea of the beautiful papers. And I've added bits of my own, obviously coffee dyed papers and children's book pages, but that's just an example of some of the pages in the journal. Now I'm going to go away and cut the ephemera out, and I shall be back with some idea, I'm not sure what at the moment, of what I'm going to make. I do keep thinking about a good idea. I don't want to do just plain tags or pockets. I want to do something a little bit different, but we'll see. So that's where I'm up to, and I'll be back shortly. I've just found these lovely cute little envelopes in the kit that I'm using, and I've just inked them up and folded them, and I just thought they'd make a really nice centre spread in the journal. So this is the middle, and I've already put a pocket in there. What I was thinking of doing was gluing them all on this page. Let's just get them up there. And then they could hold cute little ephemera or little notes. Oh, there's a dog barking outside. I'm going to set my dog off. I'm just going to glue this closed. But they are just so cute. Like so. And what I thought of doing is just gluing them at angles. Might be nice. I've just put glue in the middle there, and I know that's going to stick to the envelope inside. Just this glue doesn't seem to be playing ball today for some reason. I know it's a shame to hide the back of the envelope, but I just think it would look nice as a spread, so I'm just going to do that. If you've followed my videos before, you know that I do like putting concertina books in the middle of my centre spread, which I think looks nice as well, and it gives you a lot more journaling space as well. Got extra glue there. Let's get a tissue. There's the dog barking again. I don't know if you can hear it. And I just thought to glue them just sort of randomly. I'm probably going to put a dangle on those twine pieces, so I'm going to leave that. And yes, I am going to lose the lovely image on the back of here, but Just something a wee bit different, I thought. And put these three are the same size, and then there's a little dinky one as well, which I think I'm going to glue there, and then when I put a tag in this pocket, that'll reveal that as well. Or shall I put it on there? Actually, I'm going to put it on the front of this pocket, because I do like adding things to pockets as well. I'll put it that way, like that. Then I'll find some little papers, or make a little card, little journal card to go in each of those pockets. So I think that looks nice for a centre spread, or it will do when I get that finished off. So I'll have to think what else we can do now. Hi, I'm sorry about that. My camera decided to play silly devils, and I did film the making of this tag, but then it went on really close up and you couldn't really see what I was doing. But what I did was just used a piece of craft card and put the large tag onto it with two of the little, I'm not sure what these are called, little flags. Put a piece of lace on and a button, two with twine tied through and just two plain ones. And I put one of the envelopes underneath with little sort of journal card in. Just, I think it was a postcard from the kit. I just cut up and folded that into there. And then that just slots in, and I put the same in these envelopes as well. And then just other bits from the ephemera I've just put dotted round about. So with these twines, I've got two dangles, and I'm going to tie them on the end of each one so that they just dangle down from the bottom. So just about an inch from the bottom, and I'm just going to tie that in a knot. She says easier said than done. Let's just have a look. Just gets me so cross. I think I've got the filming done. I'm ready to, well, I don't edit too much of it, I must admit. I'm not very good at editing stuff. So I had it all ready, and then saw that this clip making that tag was too close, and it just made it look, well, you couldn't see everything that I was doing, so I was quite annoyed about that. Let's just have that one a bit longer, and let's just do that in a knot like that instead of trying to fiddle and get the dangle through. This is wax twine, so it should be okay, won't come undone. So that's two little dangles on the end, and it could be used as a bookmark as well, but I just like dangles hanging off the edges. And what I've done with some of the tags is just cut some green card, just an offcut, a scrap that was in my stash, inked it and just stuck it on just as a little tab. And with the tags that are left over, I've just put them in one of the envelopes. And this is what I like to do in my journals. I just put leftover ephemera so that the recipient can just make it their own. And I'm just going to make a fasten for the envelope with two, well, for this envelope and another one, a large circle and a smaller circle, and just glue them, glue one on top of the other, as like that. Try and get it in the middle. I've got another envelope, I'll show you that in a sec. And then put glue on the back of this on half of it, and then the envelope flap can just tuck underneath it. So just put your flap down, see which bit your glue is on, and just glue that down. Take it off before the glue dries, but just make sure that it slides under okay. So I'll leave that to dry. I found another tag as well. So this video is really turning more into a flip through, I'm afraid. So I'm just going to put my finishing touches to it. Here's another envelope as well that was in the kit. So I'm just going to do the same with this one here, just to use as a fastener. Like so. And leave that to dry. So, well, let's start at the front and we can decide where the pockets are going, what I'm going to put in the pockets. On the front, I used the remaining piece of the craft card and I just used it as a belly band. But then I found this. So I thought, right, I'll just cut it down to fit on the front there. But then I thought I would just glue the tabs and then that could be used as another belly band. So we could put 2 envelopes or 2 tags under there, like so. Make sure it's the right way up. Get it fairly central. Now I'll come back to that, but I'll just let that dry as we flip through. So I just want to find places. I've got a couple of postcards, which one might just fit under the card there, and another one, so that might be the 2 there. And I've made as well a little booklet out of sort of 3 larger tags. I have done this before, I've got previous videos on this. So we're going to find the pockets for everything to go in. I've just put a little tri-fold or double fold there in that little pocket. That's already got tags in. That was my own, out of my own stash, and that's like a cluster with a little dangle ribbon on. And I do like to leave a lot of journaling space because I give my journals to a couple of local charities and they either use them as raffle prizes. So I like to put a piece of paper in explaining what a junk journal is and leave them lots of journaling space to write in. So I'll put a couple of the tags in there, like so. And I'm not sure if there's any more pockets in this bit. This is the centre spread that you've seen with the pull out large tag as such, and the lovely lace that hangs off the top. Then there's another pocket here, so I'll put a couple of tags in there. This would make a lovely journal for a young girl, really, because it's got little girls on, so it's very pretty papers from Michelle Reese, and I shall link it below as well. So this is another pocket with another double fold sort of tag. I just didn't, instead of cutting the tags up, I just made them into little journal spaces, and that was a triple one. I was like that. I just need something smaller, maybe a little tag in there. I might get some tags out of my stash to fill that pocket up. And I think that is nearly it for pockets, to be honest. Oh, there's one there. So maybe I could put that little booklet in there. And then we've got the other half of the tags there, and more journaling spots on that one, and again a little tri-fold with a postcard, and then on the back one of my homemade belly bands with an envelope and a couple of postcards folded in half. So that goes that way. I think I'll put this envelope on top of that one, because that one against the gold just looks quite nice. Then back to the front. Now I've still got a large tag and one envelope and a few postcards, so I'm going to put this tag behind the other one, like so. So you've got 2 lots of lace hanging over. And then under these belly bands I'm going to put this larger postcard. Yes, it'll just go. What I might do is just put a little tab on the edge of that one. I might use one of these narrow ones. The printer went a bit haywire. I think the ink was running out, so it's got a little bit of a purple stripe on it, which, to be honest, doesn't really matter. It's not too noticeable. So just get my glue, and I'm just going to glue this onto the bottom, or I'll put it on the top and put it in the other way round actually. I think that will look better. Just bear with me a sec. So let's just put it at one side. No, I don't really want to cover the postcard up there. I'll have to let that dry because I've got glue on there now. Try and roll it off. Just let that dry for a second. And I've got another postcard here that I can do. I'll put it on this one and I'll put that further up. Yeah. So I'm really happy how this has turned out, and I have been looking at the other collaborators as well. And some have done makes, some have done, I think the very first one was a lady that showed exactly what she'd done with her tags, and they were absolutely gorgeous. So let's put that one in there, just hanging out the edge. We'll put that one under that belly band, and let's put that one in as well. And then I've still got an envelope here, so let's put that in this pocket here. So that is it completed. Now I'm going to just get some ribbon, or I might even use some of that lace to tie it with. I'm not sure what it will look like. It's a bit stiff for tying, but we'll see. Let's just have a look. I'm just putting my glue back. See what it looks like. I think I will use it because obviously it matches that. So let's just cut a piece and see how it is for tying together. I don't think it'll be too bad. Yeah. So please let me know what you think in the comments. Pretty? Yes, I think so. Yeah, definitely matches, goes well with the tags up there. So that is my completed journal with dangles and tabs and pockets and envelopes and ephemera for the recipient to use. So please join in with the giveaways. Oh, I've just found another envelope. That's got nothing in at the moment, but I'll just tuck it into a pocket somewhere. Just put it in with that one. The giveaways, which Terry is doing, all the details are below, and in the link I shall put below as well. So I'll just leave that on the screen, how to enter the giveaways, Facebook groups, and the link there. Okay, so I shall see you next time. Bye.